it's Super here. You're probably wondering why I haven't uploaded any video diaries for the past 2 months. But I got deported out of Mexico because their government didn't like my sauce video and they thought that it was bullying them. But since my government seized my home, I have to pay back the last 2 years of rent. So I've been out here in the wilderness making my religious retreat, and I'm happy to announce that the religious retreat is complete and that today is the founding day of my new religion, Relishism. But I don't have any members yet, so I'm just going to read you a passage from my Bible, the Book of Relish. In 1896, Sean Relish was created in a lab. He was created by a scientist who was created by aliens to bring God down to Earth for them. The scientist was scared of what he made and locked Sean in a jar in the ocean, which he did not know was near a fault line. During the Coalinga earthquake of 1983, he was released far off the coast of California. For the next 4 years, Sean walked towards land, and sometime in 1987, he made landfall. He had become chronically retarded from years in the jar and had lost all of his godlike abilities. He is called Soup Boy because when he emerged from the sea, he was covered in mold and algae, and his skin had rotted into a slime that barely clung to his bones. When he had bathed for the first time, the filth came off of him like a beautiful bird hatching from a dirty egg, and formed a soupy substance in the tub. He drank the soup similar to how he drank all evil from the earth. Soup Boy formed all major countries and corporations by 1989, and by 1989 had rewritten the minds of every human on earth to believe modern history as it is told today. All wars and death are his way of balancing the energy of the earth, because if all he did was good, the earth would implode. He used all of his power doing this and even wiped his mind, so he believes he is just a regular 34-year-old man. Sean's previous mind is subconsciously making him create his video diaries. When his godlike conscience reemerges from the depths of his cosmic mind, it will purge the earth and start again, leaving only his diaries as a new Bible for whatever evolves from the ashes. Though there is debate around his age, whether he was born when he was created or when he rose from the fertile ocean, he is truly an immortal being whose conscience is not kept alive by his physical brain, but by the neurons it inhabits. His infallible knowledge is contained in every molecule of his body, made of pure light, and simply choosing to live in the electrons of his muscles and bone marrow and everything in between. Soup Boy is a perfect vessel for the cosmic energy of the stars to speak with the insignificant people of Earth such as yourself. He blesses you with the knowledge because your body is not evolved to absorb true energy. The most powerful bolt of lightning is the smallest fraction of the most useless bit of his energy, yet it would destroy you, so he instead gives you gifts of emotions and society that the only human race can appreciate. In his infinite glory, he has chosen to accept his task and speak your language into a camera that only functions for one species using an energy manufactured by a fragile human process by a species that came to be by a miracle of evolutionary circumstances, and put his videos on a website that could disappear at any moment on an unnatural machine that only functions in this fragile human world. He does this for this world, this race, because the time it takes is so insignificant to him that he wouldn't remember it by the time the world is gone, because it's just another rock by another star that will be gone in a fraction of one of his seconds. His power is nothing in the grand scheme of things, but to you, it is impossible to comprehend. So always remember that the true soul of Soup Boy could emerge at any moment, and you only exist by his mercy. When you are incinerated, there will be no God for you, and the next miracle that is birthed from this new world will not remember you. Soup Boy is not Noah, and he is not Rafa, and he is not Sean. He is impossible to understand, so stop trying. Soup Boy is not a comedy spectacle, nor a spectacle into which any effort was put. Soup Boy was created instantly through the pure creative energy within the mind of whoever you might regard as Soup Boy. Is Soup Boy the boy in the films? Is Soup Boy the boy who speaks to him, directs him, who guides him and uses the face of the boy you know to create this video and all others like it? Is Soup Boy really one thing? Really something that can be criticized? Is he Sean? Is he anyone else? Do you, a receiver of Sean's divine knowledge, find yourself at the gates of his mind, YouTube, cringing at these words because you think you understand? Do you find yourself in awe? Do you wonder how his mind could be so different from yours? Why he does this? Do you think you can read him like a book? Are these kids trying to make mysterious or continuous, linear, understandable videos for laughs? Or is this kid trying to be funny? What's happening? This is so bad. This makes no sense. What's the point? What's the point? If you think you know this boy, you don't. Nothing you know is true. You have the power to ask questions, but don't know the right questions to ask. The point is not to entertain, to try to make you laugh, to shock, or annoy, or disgust you. The point is to waste time. All anyone has, an unknown amount of linear time to waste doing something, anything. They'll make an impact or keep themselves occupied, happy, or alive. The point of Soup Boy is to have something tangible to illustrate the flow of time. The change intellect of Sean, if you don't find it funny, good. You've given us your time, less time that we have to create this time sponge of a video. Even before this text, there was text of God's complex subject. That was a joke. You read it and spent time reading it, or listening. I spent time writing it or saying it. That's the point. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to dry your eyes, your time, your thought process, to make you question it. And in the end, there is no answer. Accept it. Accept I am right, for this is all me. Anyone who isn't or won't hear these words has not escaped. They have fallen for someone else's trap. Laugh at Sean all you want. Smirk at, or pity him. He is one. He is induced emotion. This is all he wanted. Do you find this cruel? Do you find this pathetic? Do you understand? Do you pity Sean? For do you find him stupid? Do you resent him because he has something you don't? Do you think he has power over you? And your time? Do you think I am making excuses for him? I am not. I am illustrating for you in words and in video the mind of Sean. All he wants is for you to understand your own mind by manipulating and confusing you. You must now think how free you are and how you keep your mind enslaved by the linear flow of time and society. In a way, it's a cruel joke on myself. How do I show my motive? My vote is to hide my motive. It makes everything seem wrong and not thought out, but I promised it is. When you think backwards, it all makes sense. You must consider everything unknown, a multitude of time, before you come up with a possible answer. And the only way to ever get a real answer is to ask Sean himself. Pick my mind about it, which nobody may ever do. I have to fight to think this, for Sean to say, but I am Sean. We all are. You may ask yourself, why such a specific way to do this? To put this prank? So he able to say, gotcha? To prove I am right? To prove Sean is right? You have come here and may have come back, but this singular moment of clarity is all I will give you. I know it's insane, impossible to understand, seems too good to be true, that this is all a ploy, and the ploy will continue. In all of myself, contradiction, I am right. If this continues or not is my choice, subconsciously or not. Thank you for considering and trying to understand this. It's the only thing I have or ever will say that means anything to anyone. In the context of Soup Boy, consider this truth. In the end, it's up to interpretation. If you want an easy answer, you can find it. A challenging answer, you can find it. The real answer is right in front of you, and you can choose to ignore it or accept it. Whatever makes you happy or sad, it's up to you. It's up to me.